welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Sonika Singh, and if you've been watching my videos, thank you very much. So now, as promised in my previous video, that in my next video I am going to share about things that you should be avoiding while writing your resume. And here I am with those 5 things that you should be avoiding while you're writing your resume. So without any further ado, let's get on to the video. Alright, so your resume is basically your business card or your marketing tool to get you a new opportunity. We have spoken about in our previous video that what HR does and how recruiter does the initial screening, or how much time do they take, and what are the things that you should be taking care of. But we did not speak about what should you be avoiding. So the first important thing that I am going to talk about is that avoid writing lengthy job descriptions and your responsibilities. I cannot emphasize it enough because I have spoken about this in my previous video also. I will put the link here so that you can go ahead and take a look at it if you have not by now. So I cannot emphasize much on it because in my previous video also I have said that do not write or do not dump on all your roles and responsibilities in your resume. Make it crisp, concise. Even if you're writing bullet points, do not write more than 5 or maximum to 6 bullet points against each header that you want to talk about. The next important thing is that avoid making spelling and grammatical errors and do not use abbreviations. Now you must be thinking that this is very obvious and this is the most boring tip, Sonika, that you are giving. Believe me, बहुत सारे candidates के resume में spelling errors होते हैं. They do write a lot of abbreviations which HR की कभी कभार ऊपर से निकल जाती है, ये recruiter की भी कभी कभार ऊपर से निकल जाती है. Remember I said that you get only 6 seconds in the initial screening to get an approval on your resume. You only get 6 seconds. So, utilize those 6 seconds. If you write a lot of abbreviations and if there is a grammatical error or if there is a spelling error, you are doomed. You will not get a call from a recruiter for sure. So what you can do is that go ahead and read your resume multiple times, and if you're still not able to find any errors, please go ahead and download something called Grammarly. It is a very good tool that you can use to make sure that you have framed your sentences in a very apt and a correct manner. Now what you can also do is that you can run your resume through another pair of eyes, because किसी और का काम जब हम scrutinize करते हैं तो 4 आंखें हमारी और निकल आती हैं. So it becomes easier and it is going to be beneficial for you if you run your resume through someone else's eyes, because they will be able to scrutinize it far better as compared to what you have scrutinized. You do not use abbreviations. Make sure that there are no spelling errors and no grammatical mistakes. The next thing is that do not ignore job relevance. Now, this is most important because whenever a recruiter is going to open in a resume, he or she is always going to glance in the first half of your resume. Obviously, पहले ऊपर का ही देखोगे, फिर नीचे का देखोगे. So the recruiter is going to take a glance on the first half of your resume, and your first half resume should be very relevant. It should be very crisp, concise. It should be talking about your achievements. It should be talking about what you have done for your company or what have you achieved out of that particular project, and blah blah and blah. Try and avoid writing everything in a chronological manner, because recruiter को आपकी chronology से कोई मतलब नहीं है. उसको मतलब है कि आपने क्या काम किया है और आप उस कंपनी के लिए कैसे बेनिफिशियल हो सकते हो. So recruiter would not be interested. Recruiter will only look at how beneficial are you going to be for that company and what would be your relevant experience to ensure that recruiter has made a right choice by giving you a first connecting call. So write everything which is relevant, not necessarily in a chronological order. Tailor your resume as per the application. Now, recruiters hire or put a job description on a portal for a specific reason or a particular reason. The most important thing which is going to be in relevance for a candidate who is applying for an application is that look for first 4 or 5 bullet points. Now these first 4 or 5 bullet points are going to be the job descriptions, which is like 75% to 80% of the work that they want to get it done from a candidate. So for example, analyst in company A would have very different skill sets and a different job description versus an analyst in company B. So go through the job description while you're applying for a role or applying for a job in any of these companies. Read the job description very carefully and do not just use the same resume or the same application across every company. Tailor it as per the needs. So I am not saying that fake it. What I am only saying is that stitch it in such an appropriate manner that it becomes relevant for a recruiter to give you a call back. So make sure that you tailor your resume as per the application or the job that you're applying for. The next important thing that people think is not relevant is formatting the resume. Now, oh my God, प्लीज यार अपना resume format करो क्योंकि it's a business card. You are applying for an organization using your resume only. So make sure that it is aligned, clean. Do not use fonts like Calibri or design fonts or cursive fonts. Use fonts which are used in day-to-day or normal usage. Make sure that your font size is not too small and not too big. It is not going to catch any eye. It is rather going to be very difficult for a recruiter to read your resume. Apart from that, if you are writing bullets or if you have sections where you have written bullets, all the bullets are aligned, and if there are any sub bullets to any bullet, sub bullets are also aligned throughout your resume. It is going to really help you because this will actually show to a recruiter that you have done some piece of work and you have put in the effort of building up your resume, and it is just not mere a piece of paper for you to get your job. Format your resume. You might get a call from a recruiter because it's going to get you a brownie point. Okay, we have already completed 5 points that you should be avoiding while writing your resume, but I have few more things to talk about, and I have clubbed all of that under one bullet, which you should definitely be avoiding. So let's talk about those because they are really going to help you. The first thing that you should be avoiding in writing your resume is the full address. Yes, there are 2 reasons to it. One is of security reason, and second is that you don't want to waste the space which is available in your resume. Remember, हमारे पास सिर्फ 2 pages ही हैं to write our resume. So do not write the full address in your resume. You can write a city or a location because it is going to be of some help to the recruiter to understand whether you're from South India or North India, where you're currently residing. Are you from Bangalore, Mumbai, Delhi, Gurgaon, Noida, Ghaziabad? Do write that city, but do not write your full address. The second thing that you should be avoiding is writing your father's name or the occupation, or parents' name or their occupation. Gone are those days where people used to ask you your father's name और वो क्या करते हैं. आपके resume में उसकी कोई जगह नहीं है. That's your personal information. That information should only be given when you have actually entered the company or when you have actually onboarded the company. So it is not necessary to write your father's name. Again, because of security reasons, बहुत सारी जगह पे जहाँ पे हमारे डॉक्यूमेंट्स यूज होते हैं वहाँ पे हम अपना फादर्स नेम देते हैं. सो डू नॉट गिव योर फादर्स नेम और द ऑक्यूपेशन. Not only father's name, do not write your mother's name or her occupation as well. Now, the third thing that you should be really concerned about and should be very careful about is that do not write multiple contact numbers and do not write multiple email IDs. Now, this confuses recruiter. Jagah bhi khata hai, it eats up a lot of space. And recruiter is now going to think and wonder that should I call on this number or should I call on this number? Or, if I have to write a mail, should I write on this email ID or should I write on that email ID? So, as I said, be crisp, concise, clear. Just use one email ID, which can be your job search email ID. Use that email ID in your resume and use the contact number where you are always available. So, this is going to be of some good help to you, and of course, it is going to leave out a lot of space अगर आप बहुत ज़्यादा अपने contact numbers or contact details नहीं डाल रहे हो तो. Now the fourth point that I want to talk to you about is almost relevant to the previous one, which is that whatever contact number or the email ID or an email address you are giving, it is absolutely correct. Most of the time it happens that you put in an email and there is a bounce of that email stating that this is not a relevant email ID, or when a recruiter picks up a call to give a candidate a call, it says the number does not exist or it gets connected to somewhere else. Be very clear in whatever you're writing in your resume, because recruiter कहीं पे भी आपको ढूंढेगा नहीं जाके, ना LinkedIn पे ढूंढेगा, ना नौकरी पोर्टल पे ढूंढेगा, ना ही किसी और पोर्टल पे ढूंढेगा जाके कि भाई कहाँ से ढूंढूं मैं इस कैंडिडेट को. Once the damage is done, it's done. Your resume is gone in the dustbin. Sorry to say that, but it is gone because you are not available. The fifth point that I want to talk to you about is about references. There is a very beautiful italic में लिखी हुई line which says that references will be provided upon request. अरे बाबा, हम सबको पता है तुमको जॉब चाहिए, and if I am offering you a job and if I want you to give your references because I want to do a background check, you will give me. You will not stop me from doing any background check or doing any background references. So avoid writing that line, क्योंकि मुझे पता है या recruiter को पता है कि you will get those references for me if you want to have a job. It is going to eat your lot of space. एक लाइन को लिखने के लिए you will be using 3 enters. एक ऊपर लाइन जो कि खाली होगी, फिर एक नीचे लाइन जिसमें आप ये लिख रहे हो references will be provided upon request, and another enter and a blank line which will very clearly say that this is what will be provided upon request. So try avoiding these 5 things as well, apart from those 5 bullet points that I spoke about. So the first is, do not write lengthy job descriptions. Make sure that your resume is foolproof, have got no spelling errors, no grammatical errors, no abbreviations. Third, make sure that you are not writing everything in a chronological manner, but you are writing the relevant experience. Fourth is that tailor your resume as per the application. By the way, do not fake it. I am repeating it again, do not fake it. And the fifth point is that format your resume. So these are the 5 points that you should be actually taking care of while writing your resume. And of course, there were a few more fillers. Now you must be thinking that every time Sonika is saying that, keep your job descriptions very crisp, precise, write them in bullet points, formatted. पर मैंने इतना सारा काम किया है या मैं इस कंपनी में इतना सारा काम करता हूँ या करती हूँ, मैं ये बोलूँ कब? Dude, you will get a lot of opportunities while you are in interview, because resume is just the first stepping stone. When you will get on to multiple interview rounds, you will have a lot of opportunity to talk about the work that you have done, the accomplishments that you have done. You can elaborate all those bullet points. तो थोड़ा सा तो कर लो यार, मतलब थोड़ी सी मेहनत करो अपने रेज्यूमे को लिखने के लिए, थोड़ी सी मेहनत दिखाओ. रिक्रूटर को भी पता चलना चाहिए that you have put in some effort to write your resume which is going to be of some relevance to the company. So yes guys, I think this is it, and I guess it is going to be of some help to you. If you have liked my video, please do not forget to give that thumbs up, and if you have been watching my videos but have not subscribed yet, so please consider subscribing. And thanks for hanging out with me on this video guys, and I'm going to see you in my next video very soon. Until then, take care. Bye bye.